It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Detroit, where the Pistons will be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, coming into tonight, a couple of goals they have. Stay aggressive on both ends, but also play with efficiency. It's a delicate balance, but they know it's the key to playing their best ball. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's
No
Kevin
fear,
Harlan.
Ernie.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
The Pistons play before the home crowd. And we've got it right here on 2K Sports, live from downtown Detroit. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. For the Detroit Pistons, they coming off a good outing against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
They did a good job of controlling the tempo, playing at a speed that suits their offense.
Here we go.
So Detroit will get the first possession. Steve, the Pistons still one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, but wouldn't you say there is still room for improvement there?
Yeah, I think so, especially since Drummond is so young. He's the key, though. Also, Blake Griffin makes them a better rebounding team.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Harris is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Now here's Griffin. It's stolen by Harris. Fast break, Philadelphia. Harris with the ball, and it's Butler with the jam.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Griffin finds Smith. Back to Griffin. A 3 ball. That one's not going to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just makes the game easier.
You know what? We got to see what this offense is capable of. When they get into a rhythm, man, watch out.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Simmons lays it up off the glass. Simmons got his first points in this one.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Shot from free throw range. The Pistons with the fresh 24. Here's Drummond. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Harris kicks to Reddick. Back to Harris. Pass to Simmons. Outside, Reddick. For the 3. Rebound, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Three-pointer Ellington. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Inside, Griffin with the steal. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Embiid with the steal. Here's Harris. Bucket is good.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Robinson dishes to Smith. Drummond working against Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, it's so rare to see a player who really struggles at the free throw line dramatically improve their free throw percentage. But that's exactly what Andre Drummond did last season, taking it from the 30s, how about up into the 60s?
He's off on the first. And 60% of the free throw line, below average for an NBA player. But for Drummond, it changes everything.
I mean, opposing teams much less likely to use that hack-a-shack method. That keeps him on the floor and, more importantly, allows him to be aggressive offensively and just attack the rim.
Good on the second free throw.
A 5-star recruit out of high school, Drummond, one of the more talented centers we have in the game.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
You can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Here's a look at some stats for Tobias Harris. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging about 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them. You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
Smith kicks to Griffin. Launches it. Pistons keep it alive. And the rejection by Embiid. Reddick passes to Butler. On the wing, Harris. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Simmons finds Harris. 6 to shoot. The baseline jam. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Drummond. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Milwaukee.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him. That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
Ellington inside the three-point line. New 24-second clock for Detroit, and that one's good. Drummond.
Drummond is very active on the offensive glass. This is where he can pile up a lot of points.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. He said the defensive key is to deny drives and big finishes at the rim. He added, that's where they're most effective, getting to the cup. If we want to win, we need to shrink the gaps and try to bait them into taking contested jumpers. And Kevin, of course, the tiebreaker in this season series is at stake. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Well, right around this time of the season, Smitty, it's easy to lose focus. Talk about how players keep themselves motivated to bring it every night. That, to me, would seem very difficult.
It is, and I think you got to set those little small goals. I think on one of our teams, our goals was after the All-Star break, you can see we were starting to get into that funk. And what we said was, let's not lose 2 games in a row for the rest of the season. Those type of small goals keeps everybody engaged.
Do you put the season in terms of every 20 games, every 10 games? How do you measure it to kind of pace yourself?
I think most teams do it in a block of 20s. Like you said, you kind of go a block of 20s and see if you can go, 75% in those games. And that's where you start to see the great teams, they do that.
It's good to know.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Calderon dishes to Pachulia. Simmons against Calderon. Inside, and it's Drummond with the jam.
The agile feet of Drummond. He's like a dancing bear out there. Nice roll off the pick.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Harris kicks to Butler. Back to Harris from deep. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Robinson passes to Calderon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Calderon's got his first basket of the night.
The poise of Jose, taking what the defense allows, sneaking inside for the bucket.
In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That's his first foul. A different look here for Detroit. John Lure comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Maker in for Glenn Robinson III. Then for the 76ers, Marjanovic checked in for Embiid. James Ennis comes in for Harris. And Jonathan Simmons subbed in for Butler. Simmons finds Simmons. Now here's Ennis. Shot clock at 6. To the middle, Scott. And it's Lure with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Simmons against Calderon. Maker dishes to Calderon. Three-pointer on the way. Maker misses. The 76ers leading by 4. Simmons the bounce pass. Ennis passes to Simmons. And Maker sends it back. Calderon, that's for 2. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Solid shot mechanics. Good follow through. Trademarks of Calderon's jump shot.
Now here's Ennis. He's guarded closely, and they pick up 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Calderon. Maker kicks to Kennard. Here's Pachulia. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Against good defense, Pachulia using his size and strength to muscle up the shot.
Here's Simmons. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his first basket.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Pistons trail by 4. And here's Calderon. The pass to Maker. Back to Calderon. He kicks to Maker. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Calderon. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 2nd in assists, 14th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
Johnson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Calderon passes to Kennard. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
Langston Galloway's checked in for the Pistons. Pass to Maker. Back to Lure. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 6 on the shot clock. Calderon kicks to Maker. Takes the 13-footer.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Gas break Detroit. Calderon, that's for 2. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league. And Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
Here's Calderon. 76ers getting the bucket. From the arc. Kennard's shot is off. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. 6-point game. A shot by Johnson, no good.
Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Thomas checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's Detroit's ball. Now here's Calderon. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Smitty, you look at how teams run their offensive sets. Are we in a pick-and-roll era right now, or has the tide shifted away from that a little?
No, I think so. I think we're looking at a lot of teams running pick and roll, especially we have 2 fantastic players involved. It's hard to defend, especially when there's a great talent at the guard spot and a big, then it's hard for you to switch. But I'm looking at it right now because of spacing, because of the use of the corner 3. We're looking at a lot more pick and rolls used at the top of the key versus when I played, we used a lot of side pick and rolls.
And not just smalls given to bigs, but bigs throwing down low to smalls.
Yeah, and a lot of these bigs are running the pick and rolls, and the guards are setting the picks.
Right. And the Pistons making a change here. Smith has checked in. Pass to Johnson. Down low. Here's Simmons. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Simmons got 6.
That's 3 out of 4 now, and you can see his confidence already building.
Smith against Simmons. They need this one. Rebound by the 76ers. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Simmons finds Simmons. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The 76ers third.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Here's Ennis. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Ennis has got his first points of the game.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Maker, no one around him, drills the three-pointer. Maker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Simmons passes to Johnson. 1:19 left here in the first quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not usually what we see from him. 3 turnovers already in the game.
A different look here for Detroit. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Thon Maker. And Ellington is subbed in for Jose Calderon. J.J. Redick's checked in for the 76ers. And stolen by Redick. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Redick is a master at getting to the line, finding ways to fool the defense and getting them to bite.
And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
And the first one drops.
J.J. Redick, not only one of the most dangerous shooters in this league, he's worked to become a very good team defender as well.
And both free throws good for Redick.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Smith kicks to Lewis. Smith on the wing, covered by Redick. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Simmons finds Redick. And here is Marjanovic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Fantastic effort. Right out of the gate, simply overwhelming their opponent.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
He doesn't let you off the hook, Blake Griffin. He likes to draw contact, and usually gets to the free throw line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
The free throw drops for Griffin.
You know, thinking back, Chauncey Billups once said Griffin might be too nice of a guy, yet he's a league leader in technicals almost every season.
And he makes both free throws. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Ellington. From the wing. And that one, good. Ellington's got his first points of the night.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Redick with the bucket.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are. It just has fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is out there with Johnson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Embiid, and it's Butler in at the 2-guard.
Jimmy Butler is really forcing the issue, leaving the defense no choice but to foul him.
For Philadelphia, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Take a break.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
That free throw good from Butler. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
And so Butler nails both of them.
What you have with Jimmy Butler is a guy who can guard 1 through 4, and sometimes, I mean sometimes even the 5.
Outside, Robinson knocks down the 3 ball.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
Philadelphia leading by 9. Here's Butler. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Raptors in Toronto.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
5 to shoot. Johnson kicks to Butler. Redick for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 3rd assist on the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Outside, Griffin. Basket counts.
You know, it's not just the power of Griffin, it's the skill set. Reliable inside.
And Philadelphia calls time here. We've got plenty of great ball handlers in this game, but when you talk about the best of the best, Steve, who comes to mind? Great ball handlers in the league right now.
I think Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, James Harden, Chris Paul, Kemba Walker. Those are some of the names that stand out for me, and those are kind of the guards. But for me, now you're starting to see the Giannis Antetokounmpo, the guys at that size, Kevin Durant being able to handle the basketball. So those names are the kind of the names that stick out for me.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Right side, Robinson. From 10 feet out, here's Drummond, and the rejection by Embiid. And he recovers it. Robinson kicks to Smith, launches a 3. Here's Drummond. They shoot again. Out to Smith from deep. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And this is the shot Smith's been working on. Hard to get time in the backcourt these days if you can't hit it from range.
Smith against Redick. Passes it to Embiid. To the middle. Here's Butler. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Detroit making a switch here. Pachulia is checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Scotty's checked in for Johnson. Pistons trail by 9. The pass to Pachulia. Drummond working against Redick, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. Here's Drummond, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's the right play to run. Drummond with the skill and size to make that high percentage attempt.
Butler dishes to Scott. Three-pointer. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Scott. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Back to Smith. Lets the three fly. It's tipped.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Here's Harris. Again, Philadelphia.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit, down by 12. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Really a game to forget, all because they spent most of it hacking away.
Pass to Butler. It's tipped. Harris, right side. Butler finds Harris. No good with the triple. Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Ellington, and it's blocked by Scott. Right side, Redick down low. Pachulia with the steal. Robinson passes to Smith. For three, Ellington. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Ellington's got it back down to single digits for the Pistons. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Redick with it. Now Smith defending. Butler against Drummond. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid kicks to Harris. Over Robinson. Harris no good. Detroit's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Ellington. And Philadelphia calls time here. And Andre Drummond, an incredible combination of size and athleticism. Steve, any players that he reminds you of?
You know, a young Dwight Howard. He's also been compared to a more athletic Moses Malone. Drummond's rebounding numbers back that up.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Akers checked in for Andre Drummond. Lure comes in for Robinson. Kennard, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Calderon in for Ish Smith. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Joel Embiid. Ennis comes in for Harris. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Butler. And it's Ben Simmons in for J.J. Redick. Simmons scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Calderon taking his time here. Now Lure. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Here's Kennard. Guarded by Simmons. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. Another 3 for Detroit.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Simmons with it. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
Marjanovic passes to Ennis. Here's Scott. Rebound, Detroit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pistons trail by 4. Here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lure with it. Now guarded by Simmons. One-on-one fast break. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Simmons.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Calderon kicks to Maker. Back to Calderon. Here's Lure. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Here's Ennis, and he uses the glass on the layup. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Calderon. Defense right on him. Here's Kennard. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Lure. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The 76ers leading by 8. Here's Simmons. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall, but he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
It's Calderon with the ball for the Pistons. 11-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And here is Lure. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And the shot goes down. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
With a smile on Blake's face, looks like he enjoys having contact before he shoots.
And Simmons kicks to Simmons. Back to Simmons. Now here's Marjanovic. He averages about 5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Ennis misses. Pistons trail by 9. Here's Calderon. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Simmons dishes to Johnson. Rebound, Detroit. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Griffin. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And that one's good. Simmons. Now Calderon. Outside Griffin. And there's the call on James Ennis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
2nd foul. You don't want to pick up his 3rd in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
Smith checked in for Philadelphia. Griffin with it. 6 points for him.
Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Simmons, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Smith. 1:27 left to play in the first half. 4 on the clock. Here's Kennard. No good off the back of the rim.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the 2nd quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. It's going to be on Jose Calderon. For Philadelphia, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Maker. The 76ers also with a sub.
One shot.
Harris is checked in. That's good from McConnell. Here is Calderon. 1:07 left here in the second. Down low, Lure, and finished off by Lure.
Always with the great vision. Calderon still one of the best at finding the open man.
McConnell finds Simmons. And here's McConnell. He has 5. The 76ers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Robinson comes in for Luke Kennard. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the 76ers. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Calderon passes to Drummond. Kicks it to Griffin. Ellington inside the 3-point line. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
Butler finds Simmons. Back to Butler. Shoots over Ellington. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 16.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Blake is so hard to guard off the dribble, and he has the elevation to go over you, but he is strong enough to absorb contact and get to the line.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And that one misses. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And so it's Philadelphia in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. What a game it's been for Tobias Harris. He had 12 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, you live by the three and you die by the three. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
And through the first two quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
He did a nice job reading their plays as they were developing. His anticipation was off the charts.
Philadelphia leading by 16. The big man are Griffin and Drummond. Wayne Ellington is out there with Ish Smith. And it's Robinson in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Here's Embiid. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Embiid's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Philadelphia. Here's Smith. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Robinson pulls it in. Pistons trail by 18. And stolen by Simmons. Griffin with the steal. Smith the pass to Robinson. They double him with Butler. Robinson, that's good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Simmons dishes to Harris. Back to Simmons. Butler kicks to Embiid. Poked loose. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And Philadelphia calls time here. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
Left side, Redick. Back to Simmons. Butler from outside. Keeps it alive, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his third basket of the night right there.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy. And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 13 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Back to Drummond. Embiid with the steal. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. The 3 from Simmons. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
Simmons finds Butler. Redick is in the corner. But they get it back. Here's Embiid. Here's Harris. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Smith the pass to Drummond.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 2nd in rebounding, 9th in steals, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. He kicks to Harris. Griffin on the double team. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Robinson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Robinson hits them both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Pass to Robinson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. To the middle. And it's Robinson with the jam.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. To the paint. Here's Embiid. An easy 2 points on the layup. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Pistons trail by 21. Now here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Griffin finds Smith. Takes it from 10. Here's Drummond, and the rejection by Embiid. And another shot. Basket good. 12 points for Andre Drummond.
And this is what can happen when Drummond gets into a rhythm, able to score with some consistency.
Now Simmons, 13 points in the game. Harris inside the line. And again, it's Philadelphia.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
The Pistons have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Well, Steve, Tobias Harris with plenty of stops in his young NBA career so far. You wouldn't guess it, though, from his talent level.
Year after year, he advances his offensive arsenal. He's become one of the most dangerous scorers in the game.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Detroit. Philadelphia also making some changes. Scott comes in for Harris. And it's Ennis in for J.J. Redick. And the foul on Mike Scott. That'll be his second foul of the game. Well, we're always talking now about the modern super teams, whether they're a good thing or they're bad for the game. But the counter is that we've always had super teams at one time or another. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think we've always had super teams, Kevin. You look back at the Lakers with Magic and Kareem and Worthy. Those is kind of like a big three. And you look at the Celtics back in the day with McHale, Bird, Parrish, those guys. I think right now what you're looking at is we haven't seen where MVPs go join other MVPs. That's where it's been the change right now. Now you're seeing the super teams. That's why I think it's changed.
Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. Out left to the wing. Here's Maker. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got his fourth assist in this one. The 76ers leading by 19 points. Simmons with it. Now Smith defending. Simmons the bounce pass. Butler passes to Embiid. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Smith on the wing, guarded by Simmons. Robinson misses. Philadelphia's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Jimmy Butler confident in everything he does, able to score from anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Calderon. D right on him. Passes to Smith. Inside. Again with the block. Making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league? These are this season's steals leaders at small forward. Number 1, Jimmy Butler.
And with the kind of defense he plays, it really gives his team someone to lean on at that end of the floor.
Free throw drops for Ennis. The Pistons making a change here. Lewis checked in. Second free throw, no good. For Detroit, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
The Pistons have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
2 shots.
That's good from Calderon.
If you're looking for a guy to knock down free throws, look no further than this guy, Jose Calderon.
And the Pistons making a change here. And Calderon drops them both.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Simmons. Rebounded by the Pistons. Lewis got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the foul on Mike Scott. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, Rule will head to the line for 2. For Detroit, they have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Detroit. And he sinks the second. And it's Ennis with the ball for the 76ers. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got 11 points.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Now here's Ennis. Ellington defending. Ennis kicks to Simmons. 2 points. That one goes. 15 points in the game.
And the variety that Simmons offers is huge. It's pretty much pick your poison with him.
Chalk up 2 there.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
To the inside, Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Calderon. Lays it up and banks it in. Calderon's got 4 points in the quarter.
What we've seen from Calderon throughout his career, reading the defense, good first step, beating people with the drive.
Shots good by Simmons. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And the Pistons making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Marjanovic checked in for Embiid. Johnson comes in for Scott. And Harris subbed in for James Ennis. Time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Andre Drummond. Dave, what's the news?
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Pistons' head athletic trainer. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half, just taking what the defense allows.
Calderon against Simmons. Now the pass to Ellington. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Marjanovic finds Johnson. Here's Simmons. Six on the shot clock. Stolen by Lure. Here's Robinson. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got his 7th assist here tonight. Philadelphia leading by 22. The feed now to Simmons. Here's Butler. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Calderon kicks to Lure. Back to Calderon. Puts it up. And Lure gets it to go. Lure's got 7 points. 1:43 left to play in the third. Left side Butler. Here's Marjanovic. Simmons trying to get open. And oh, what a play by Marjanovic.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting 40% from the field. Lure dishes to Ellington. Pass to Calderon. Back to Ellington. Here's Butler. Ellington trying to free himself up. It's Butler that time on the assist by Simmons.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Calderon against Simmons. Here's Lure. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. And slam dunk by Butler.
Everything's been working for Butler tonight. He's developing the identity of a superstar.
The Pistons shooting around 48% so far in the third. Calderon passes to Robinson. Back to Calderon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Pass to Harris. Over Robinson. Harris misses. Robinson with it. He's got 11. Kicks to Pachulia. Lure finds Pachulia. From deep three-point range. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
And don't sleep on Simmons defensively. Very skilled there as well. He just knows where to be and how to guard whoever he's on.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for Philadelphia. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So it's Detroit now. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Marjanovic. Simmons is out there with Korkmaz, and it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Smith in at the 2.
I mean, tremendous body control in the air. Andre with the easy catch and flush.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. For 3, Smith. Rebound by the Pistons, and Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Galloway. He kicks it to Drummond. Passes it to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Detroit. From 13, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Polishing up his mid-range game. Andre becoming a more complete offensive threat.
Smith outside. Wants to get it to McConnell and does. It's hauled in by Thomas. The Pistons shooting around 40% from the floor here. It's stolen by Smith. And McConnell gets it to go.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
McConnell's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Outside Thomas. Here's Galloway. He's covered by McConnell. Galloway, the pass to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. McConnell kicks to Marjanovic. Banked in off the glass.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Galloway finds Drummond. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Here's Korkmaz. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Thomas. Inside. Here's Kennard. The shot will not fall. And Philadelphia the other way now. In the corner, Smith with it. It's good from long range.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Galloway kicks to Maker over Simmons, and the jumper falls for him. And it's 7 points for Thon Maker. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Korkmaz, good. And McConnell gets the assists.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. The pass to Maker. Inside. Here's Drummond, and that's in. Nice feed on the play. Drummond's got 6 here in this quarter.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
And here's McConnell. Smith outside. The dish to Simmons. To the right side. The shot by McConnell, no good. The Pistons have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Galloway. He's covered by McConnell. Maker. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Pass to Korkmaz. And the shot is long. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, you know, these numbers, and players look around, and you know the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found and when the game is decided, and a lot of times on bad teams you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Galloway, the pass to Kennard. And here is Maker. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, Simmons. The 3. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Galloway kicks to Kennard. Pass to Maker. Nice ball movement by Detroit. In the corner, it's Galloway. Pass to Kennard. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Maker misses. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the inside. Galloway with the bucket.
Langston Galloway maneuvering himself around the painted area.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Smith surveying the D. Over Drummond. Misses off the right iron. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Mikhailuk kept alive. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Embiid. Rebound by the Pistons.
When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Here's Kennard. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East could definitely turn some heads.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
Philadelphia dictating the flow. Smith, the pass to Ennis. Kicks it to Scott. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Lewis checked in for Detroit. Smith comes in for Langston Galloway. Amir Johnson's checked in for the 76ers. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Maker. He tries for 3. Rebound by Smith. And for the 76ers, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. Marjanovic checked in for Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Smith outside. From past the arc. Detroit with the rebound. Lewis got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
One shot, mind the lanes.
On the free throw, no good. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think that they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Smith kicks to Lure. Goes up again, and it's Maker laying it in. Maker's got 11 in the second half.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
In the corner, Simmons with it. Sinks the triple. Simmons got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the 76ers.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's Smith. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Great dribble move by Ish. His ability to alternate speeds, a big part of his success.
Simmons checked in for Smith. And here are the 76ers now. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Ennis. Guarded closely. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Simmons. Marjanovic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Smith kicks to Lure. A minute 42 left in the fourth. Smith outside. Over Ennis. Smith, no luck. Philadelphia's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Joel Embiid.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact. Whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help, he provided the intimidation factor this defense needed.
When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
Here's Kennard. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Simmons against Smith. The 76ers again can't hit it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kennard. Sweet little floater.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Philadelphia dictating the flow. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Here's Ennis. Sinks the three-pointer.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
Now Simmons. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy, you have not been shy about setting the bar high for this team defensively. Now, how do you think you did at that end tonight?
We did our thing tonight. We came out, put bodies on guys. Basketball's a game of runs, and they got some great scores, but in the end, we did what we were supposed to do.
You got the last run, and that's what matters. Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.